Hello, hello, darling YouTube friends, and happy Friday evening to you. Tonight is a white night for me. A white night. Thank you so much, Carl. You know who you are, you darling person. All the way across the pond sent me this beautiful top. And I wasn't sure, I thought it might be too big, but I really love it. I mean, I really, really love it. And I just got a pedicure today. Hello, Lance. I've got a special hello list today. It's not a very extensive one, but it's a very, very special one with a Sebastian on it. Hi, Sebastian. You Hawkeye, you. How are you, darling? Of course you made a special hello list. I love you so much now. Some of you, very, very quickly, develop a very, very special place in my heart. I think develop a friendship. Yeah, develop a very, very special place in my heart. Empy, Todd, Oliver Davis, Henry, Muscat. I just said I didn't have a very special love, but these are just a few names that come to my mind. Bob Jones, hi baby. Very, very, very impressive you are, Bob. A real actor. Yeah, so many names come to my mind. And Toby, hi sweetie. That happens to be my sister's name, but she spells it differently. But hi Toby. Lance, I already mentioned. Carl. Yeah, that's tonight's special hello list. If I left your name out, please forgive me. But as I said, there are several of you whose names I just mentioned. And there are more. Randy, who has his own channel here. I could keep going, but I'm going to stop that now. But just so you know, and I think you all know who you are, who have a very special place in my heart. It really doesn't take that long to connect when I believe, when people have a whole lot in common. And the most important thing, one of the most important things, I think, is honesty and being genuine. One thing I really am is genuine. Not when it comes to matters of the heart, what's really important. I don't put on any airs. So I certainly don't. You all know where I got my sofa. Sophia the sofa. So anyway, how do you like tonight's ensemble? How do you like it? This is just a lovely satin shirt. And I thought that the button-down blouse that they sent, you know, I love a satin shirt. I thought that was super sexy. But I think this is as well. I really do. I think this is a very sexy shirt. I love it. Thanks again, Carl, darling. Carl just sent me an email. Yes, he did. All the way from London. London, but, near London, I think. Closer than I am to London. And I haven't read it yet, but I will. And on that note, I shall now bring you a little bit closer. I was going to do a part 2 of this video tonight on Rumble, but I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to keep it right here for now. And this evening, yeah, just talk to you about a few things that have been going on, and here we go. Well, darling friends, how do you like the couch? Alright, so, I'm back. Hi. How are you tonight? I love you. I'm doing very well. I have to say, it's been a wonderful last few days. Yeah. What else can I... Oh, my cousin came. I think I told you that last video. Yeah, we went and got massages. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Beals or Bells, whatever you want to call it. They have fantastic hair products. I bought, and on a very, very much discount rate, but you never know what they're going to have. P.S. But I bought this 12-ingredient leave-in hair conditioner. I didn't use hairspray tonight. I didn't use hair gel. I didn't use anything. I got out of the tub. Oh, I used this stuff. I didn't even condition my hair. I got out of the tub, rinsed myself off, and put on this 12-step leave-in hair stuff. And I just sort of did this, and here I am. I love it. But, oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. There is another special hello. And this is something I'll talk about for a moment. Might as well. Because I really had no set subject tonight, but we're going to go with this one for a minute. I got a message from someone. 25-year-old man. Not my only fan, but my biggest. Those are his words, not mine. Wow. Puppy, you know who you are. Hi, sweetheart. You're actually, not only did you flatter me so much with that, I also want to tell you, I have a couple other gentlemen in their 20s who are big fans of mine. I'm going to go with your message right now in particular and tell you that I've always preferred older men. I'm not really sure why that is, but if I'm really going to be really brutally honest, I don't know why. I'm not really sure why. That is brutally honest, but I know why I've never really dated younger men. I did at one point in my life, in my 20s. Actually, I was 18 and he was 16. I think I was turning 19 and he had just turned 16. And the reason that was is because I had an older boyfriend in high school who was very possessive, very jealous. Big guy, and he was 25 and I was 15, and we lied to my mother. And by the time she found out, we'd been going out for years, and I looked a lot older than I was. And when I graduated high school, I moved to Miami from New York. I got 2 jobs. The first day I was here, I was parking cars. I was a valet parking. I didn't even know how to drive a stick. I would like glide it into the garage, stop it and honk, and then one of the guys would come and move it for me, and they covered for me and all that. Oh, they were nice. That was at the Holiday Inn Newport here in Miami Beach, which hasn't even been the Holiday Inn Newport in a very long time. That was one job, and then I also worked as a waitress in a Flanagan's in North Miami Beach. I got those 2 jobs like the day I got here. I think I wasn't even here a week and I had 2 jobs. I was so excited. And I started dating a younger person. I was a barmaid in one of the Flanagans. It was called the Upper Deck. I don't know if any of you are from Florida and remember Big Daddy's Upper Deck. It was the only bar of a Flanagan's that didn't have a restaurant attached. It was on the 2nd floor. You had to take a little elevator to get up to it. And I didn't even know how to make a drink. And I remember the man that hired me, he said, well, your personality is so terrific, I'm going to hire you. He said, and all you have to remember is if you don't know how to make something, just say, how would you like that made? And then he gave me a book of drinks. And luckily for me, all of my regulars were beer guys. I think once in a blue moon someone would ask for a Boilermaker or a shot, maybe a Bacardi and Coke here and there, but for the most part they were beer guys. And one of them was a guy named Big Gene. He was in his 60s, and he had a son named Little Gene. Little Gene was 16, and he looked like a little kid. And I feel, and forgive me if I digress in telling you the story, I think because of my boyfriend in high school and 10 years with him, not 10, felt like 10. We were off and on until I was 25, but I was like his girl from 15 to almost 19. It's a long time, at that age especially. And when I saw Little Gene, I think I felt like I wanted a piece of something I thought I'd missed out on. You know, teenage boys. I never got my fill when I was their age. Anyway, I digress. It was many moons ago. And, you know, now that I think about it, Little Gene might have been 17 and just looked really young. But he was a high school dropout, and I mean, anyway, he was Big Gene's his son, and he used to come up and check on his dad, who was a major drunk. I worked the day shift from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. before I went over to park cars at the Holiday Inn Newport till midnight. And I just hit it off with that boy. Boy, did I. Boy, then did I regret that afterward. Oh my goodness. Talk about bad life decisions. That kid was trouble on 2 feet. And, yeah, I learned a lot of very valuable lessons. And that's the last younger man I've ever been with in my life. I think it was 2 years. I actually brought him home to Pittsburgh to meet my dad. And, boy, my father ended up, this is a funny story, my dad ended up putting him on a bus back to Miami and paying the driver $100 to make sure he didn't get off before he got here. Yeah, I was so angry at my daddy, I hate you! But now I'm like, oh, boy, my dad was a very smart man. Anyway, again, I digress. The thing about younger men is, I don't want to feel old. If I dated a young man, I think I would feel old. I would feel like, oh my gosh, he's so young and beautiful. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm old, but compared to a 25-year-old I am, I don't know. But that message got me thinking, and I'm like, well, women are doing it all over the place. Maybe I'm missing out on something here. Yes, maybe I'm missing something. I will tell you this. I see a lot of young people now, especially now. I think that 2021 and all that occurred then, and being locked in and all of that madness, I think a lot of people awakened during that time. And they were stuck in the house watching YouTube videos. I think a lot of young people said to themselves, boy, have I been missing out. Look what they were doing in the 70s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s. I've been watching silent movies lately thinking, wow, people haven't changed at all. It's a little less stylish, maybe, sophisticated perhaps, a little less elegant. Some people, not myself, I hope. You know, I've always tried to emulate the actresses of the 1940s, always. Yeah, now I just have a natural style of my own, and I like to think I might have fit in back then. But I see more and more young people who would have as well. So that elegance and sophistication that I used to only see in older men, I'm starting to see a bit of it in younger men. And something about you, Poppy, and your message to me tells me that you're probably one of those people. I was just so flattered. And like I said, I have other fans in their 20s and some in their early 30s. And it's always flattering. It's just like today for the first time I thought, I don't know, men and women are just so different. I don't know if older men who date younger women ever think, gee, I can't date her, I'll feel old. But to be brutally honest with you, that is why I don't date younger men. Or haven't yet. Who knows what tomorrow may hold? I have no idea. Having said all of that, I love my couch. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I really do. I love these. They're so cute. And they round it out. And this thing, I almost sewed these down because the back is round. But the more I look at it, I'm like, you know what? This looks like a really kooky, wild, pretty, one-of-a-kind couch. I love it. I also put together my ballet bar. I cheated. Okay, let's face it. It was a $20 ballet bar at Five Below. It wasn't so easy to get the pieces together. Some of them were bent. Like, I'm not taking this thing back. So I hammered one part in, and I didn't feel like screwing in and all that. So I used this really crazy strong metal-to-metal glue, and I put so much of it on that doesn't look really great, but it can't really tell. I mean, you can if you look closely, but it still looks like a ballet bar. And then I left it to dry overnight, and now it's great. And don't you get nervous, Randy. I know you said they're not as stable as the ones in the wall. Well, you know what else? They're not as long either. I don't know how I'm supposed to put my leg up on that thing, facing it. I'll figure it out. Thank goodness I'm so petite. But I am excited. Tonight I did my pliés, demi and grande. I did my put a bra on my back. I haven't done that in like, I don't tell you how many years, but decades. And it felt good. And what I plan to do is I'm going to watch children's ballet classes, if I can find any. If not, I saw a video of a very, very famous prima ballerina, and her ballet class looked exactly like the ones I went to as a child and into my teens. So I was like, oh my goodness, what do you know? I can watch that and do it. You know, the stretching, it's all so good for the posture. I had perfect posture until I, got in my 20s and started drinking and crazy things. But I always sat like this. And I remember people saying, sit so straight, what are you, a soldier? And that was all from ballet, and I kind of miss that. So, yeah, I can't wait to really get back into it. I was very impressed with myself, though, today. I did the grand plie all the way to the ground. My fingers lightly touched the ground. It was nice, the floor. All right, so how about I show you my pedicure? All right, check it out. Lance, I hope you're watching. Aren't they lovely? They look beautiful, right? 2 feet right here. Can you see them? Can you see them? Hi. I love it. I didn't even want this color, really. I really wanted like a light blue. This is how silly I am. So I go in there. Now, I don't do gel polish or any of that. I did that twice. I don't like anything that takes forever to take off. Oh, my nails, look, they're really coming back. They're coming back! Finally! Alright, so, gel polish, it takes forever to get them off, even though they are dry immediately. But what I do is I get the pedicure first, and I still use regular polish. It's $10 less, and I like it. Plus, if I want to change it during the week, I get a pedicure every 3 weeks. Pedicure and manicure every 3 weeks. But what if I want to change the color during that time? When I have gel polish, I can't do that. I mean, I guess I could sand it off, and that's crazy. I'm not doing all that. So, anywho, they tell me to pick a color. Now, I'm thinking, well, everyone gets gels, so they only have these little colors on the bottom, about 30 colors. I'm like, gee, my selection's getting smaller and smaller. I found out today that almost all the gel colors have a matching regular polish. I wanted like steel blue, and I'm like, oh god, okay, I'm down to like 30 colors here in my selection. So I went with the mauve or the mauve, what they call that? I don't know. Plum. I went with that because I thought that was all there was. And then I started noticing, because I was looking at it, I said, why are there 2 bottles in all the gel things? And she goes, one's regular. I said, are you kidding me? She goes, no. I said, oh God. Well, that's great. Next time I'll get the color I wanted. What are you doing? It's Friday night. Are you having a good night? I'd love to hear your comments down below. Do you date younger people or older people? Are you attracted to either one, or is it anybody you just happen to like? Sometimes they're always different. I don't know. Personally, as I said, I've almost always been attracted to older men, save that one time in my life, at the age of 18. But, yeah, I'm starting to think, don't close any doors. Don't necessarily lock them, I should say. How about you? What are your thoughts on that? I'd love to know. And I hope you're having a good night. If you haven't yet already, please subscribe and put a like. Doesn't cost you anything, but it means a whole lot to me. And Rumble! I am not posting tonight on Rumble. I wasn't even going to post here, but I just decided to. Hope you're happy. But yeah, please follow me there as well. It would mean also the world to me if you would. And I'll put the link to that channel beneath this video, and a link to my personal channel should you care to join my OnlyFans and our Patreon pages for a whole lot more of me. And yeah, on that note, I love you, and I'll see you real soon.